Hi guys, today we will see that is electrocardiograph. Okay, that is ECG. Electrocardiography. ECG. What is ECG? It is electrocardiography. Here, electrocardiography is the representation of electrical activity of the cardium, that is heart, into a graph that is known as electrocardiography. Okay, here we will see the electrical activity of the heart into a graphical representation. Okay, that is we will see in this video. Okay, first going to further explanation, we will tell you that is a basic thing to represent or to interpret an ECG wave. Okay, here let's suppose here it is your myocardium cell. It is a myocardium tissue. It is your myocardial tissue. In myocardial tissue, at resting potential resting potential, they are negatively charged. Okay, it is negatively charged. And the ECG, it works on the principle of galvanometer. Let's see here the galvanometer we will attach here. Let's suppose the galvanometer, it is a device that measure the electrical current. Okay, here that is galvanometer is attached to a myocardial tissue. It is positive and it is negative end of the galvanometer. Here, if there is at the resting membrane potential, there is no deflection in the galvanometer. There is no deflection in the galvanometer. Okay, in the galvanometer there is no deflection. That is at the resting membrane potential. Here, next in the next scenario, the same myocardial tissue. Okay, and these are the negative charge and connected with a galvanometer that is negatively charged, this positively charged. Next, here there is a stimulus. When there is a stimulation is there, this negative charge is goes and converted an action potential and goes to positively charged, and the positively charge is there. जब यहाँ पे हम एक्शन पोटेंशियल लगाएंगे तब क्या हो जाएगा, नेगेटिव चार्ज इज कन्वर्टेड टू पॉजिटिव चार्ज, दैट इज प्लस चार्ज इज देयर, and the positive charge are moving towards the positive ends. The electromagnetic force is evolved. That electromagnetic force has a direction that is known as, in this direction the vector of this electromagnetic force is this. That, and this ECG works on the principles of galvanometer, and the basic things that is come in this ECG graph is some small physics is there. That is the vector direction of the force is in this direction, and the stimulation is there. The ECG positive charge are flowing towards the positive charge, and the direction of vector is in this direction. That is from left to right, or from A to B. You can write here A to B. Okay, next here, and in the deflection in the galvanometer is positive. That it is a positive side, it is a negative side, and here it is a normal neutral. When there is a positive charge are moving towards the positive, there is a deflection towards the positive end. That is towards the positive end. It is in the galvanometer. Okay, next that is a one condition. Next, after that, here again consider as it is a myocardial cell. All this become positive now. This all become positive. This whole tissue become positive. Now here again we will connect a galvanometer here, negative end. Here it is positive end. There is no deflection in the galvanometer. There is no deflection. That is a neutral. It means there is a resting membrane potential and there is a depolarization, and there is complete depolarization. In depolarization there is a fluctuation of current, there is a fluctuation of needle towards the positive. When there is a tissue is completely depolarized, that means all the charge are positive. The current which is not moving from this side to this side or this side to this side, that means there is a no deflection in the galvanometer. Okay, next here is that is a thing. Next again in the same scenario, again we will take a what, myocardial tissue, and all these are negative, consider is negative, negative, and it is A and it is B. This is connected with a galvanometer. Here it is negative charge galvanometer, here it is positive charge. Okay, now this time in second time the stimulation of current or impulses is in from A side. Here the stimulation of impulses is from the B side. It means the electrical impulses are from B to A. It means this become positive, this become positive. Now the flow of charge is from positive to negative. The flow of charge is from positive negative. The vector is in this direction, the vector become in this direction. Okay, the direction of vector is like this. Okay, but the current in the galvanometer is opposite direction, but the current in the galvanometer is opposite because the charges are flowing in the opposite direction. Okay, the charges are flowing in the opposite direction. The positive charge is towards going towards the negative, that means away from the पॉजिटिव. इट मीन्स यहाँ पे जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज है वो नेगेटिव की तरफ जा रहे हैं, इसलिए आपको डिफ्लेक्शन जो होगा नेगेटिव की तरफ हो जाएगा. इट मीन्स नेगेटिव की तरफ हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे जो डिफ्लेक्शन जो यूजुअली न्यूट्रल पे रहता था दैट इज नेगेटिव साइड, इट इज पॉजिटिव साइड. जो डिफ्लेक्शन होगा ये नेगेटिव साइड में हो जाएगा. ओके, जो चार कंडीशन है दैट इज वी हैव टू रिमेंबर. फर्स्ट कंडीशन में देयर इज नो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस, तो आपका न्यूट्रल पे गैल्वेनोमीटर देयर इज नो चेंज. एंड इफ देयर इज ए स्टिमुलस फ्रॉम नेगेटिव टू पॉजिटिव, यहाँ पे क्या होगा, पॉजिटिव की तरफ डिफ्लेक्शन हो जाएगा. पॉजिटिव चार्ज पॉजिटिव की तरफ जा रहे हैं इसलिए पॉजिटिव डिफ्लेक्शन हो गया. वेक्टर किस तरफ से किस तरफ, चार्जेस किस तरफ फ्लो होंगे, वेक्टर उस तरफ दिखेगा. बट यहाँ पे जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज थे पॉजिटिव की तरफ जा रहे हैं इसलिए डिफ्लेक्शन पॉजिटिव की तरफ हो गया. यहाँ पे क्या है, ऑल पॉजिटिव है, देयर इज नो डिफ्लेक्शन, दैट्स व्हाई द न्यूट्रल. यहाँ पे भी गैल्वेनोमीटर के अंदर कुछ चेंजेस नहीं देखने को मिलेंगे. अब यहाँ पे क्या आएगा आपका, पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव की तरफ डिफ्लेक्शन हो रहा है, सॉरी पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव की तरफ आपके चार्जेस फ्लो हो रहे हैं. पॉजिटिव चार्ज टुवर्ड्स द नेगेटिव चार्ज, अपोजिट टू द पॉजिटिव चार्ज. तब यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, वेक्टर क्या हो जाएगा, फ्लोइंग जिस फेज में चार्ज फ्लो हो रही है उस फेज में आपका वेक्टर आएगा. बट आपका डिफ्लेक्शन जो रहेगा गैल्वेनोमीटर में नेगेटिव रहेगा. दैट इज द मेन थिंग. ओके, हाँ, बाय दिस we will interpret an ECG. Okay, now we will see the heart. Okay, see, let's suppose it is our heart. Okay, this is the fiber annulus, fiber annulus. Okay, now here this is the left atrium and right atrium. Okay, next these are the ventricles. This is left ventricle, this is right ventricle. Okay, now here is a special group of myocardial tissue that is known as SA node that generate and impulses, electrical impulses, that is known as in this direction, in this direction. Okay, this is the direction of the electrical impulses generated in the atrium. Okay, when there is electrical impulses are generated in the atrium, this is a insulated layer. The impulses which are coming from the SA node are not cross this insulated part or layer, but here it is a special myocardial, another special type of myocardium tissues are present, that is known as atrioventricular node. It is known as atrioventricular node. Okay, okay, here the all the vectors which are coming going downward and leftward with moderate velocity, and the resultant of all these vector is like this. The resultant of all these vector is it is the resultant of all these vectors. Okay, it is a resultant of all these vector, and from AV node there is a two bundle branches. One is right bundle branches and another is left bundle branches. Okay, this is the right and left bundle branches. Next, here in the right bundle branches, that is covered by a what covered by a insulated coating on the right bundle fiber. Next, here in between the right and left ventricle there is an intraventricular septum. It is known as intraventricular septum, but it is a myocardial cells are present here. The myocardial cells are present in the intraventricular septum. This intraventricular septum muscles are stimulated by, or myocardium cells are stimulated by the left bundle fiber that stimulate this intraventricular septum. Okay, when there is a stimulation of this intraventricular septum from this side, from left side to above, it means the impulses are generating from below to upward. It means the vectors are formed in this direction. Okay, the vectors are formed in this direction. The resultant of all the vector is like this. The resultant of all the vector is like this. That is a resultant of all the vector, and it is very rapid because the bundle fibers are very rapid in conduction of impulses as compared to AV node. AV node is less conductor of electricity. It means it conduct, but it is slow conductor. As usual, the bundle fibers are rapid conductor. Okay, and it is very speed. It has a rapid velocity, and it is a small. It is less velocity. This vectors is moderate velocity, and it has moderate velocity. Okay, it had moderate velocity, and here it is rapid velocity. Okay, it is a rapid velocity. Next, this intraventricular septum. Okay, this intraventricular septum is stimulated. Next, there is a bundle fibers. This bundle fibers stimulate the major part of the ventricle. That stimulate the major part of the ventricle in this direction. Okay, and in this direction, the resultant of the major part of the ventricle is this direction. The resultant of the major part of the ventricle is this direction. Okay, this direction, and it is very long because the ventricular thickness is more, and there is a more electric charge is there, and more electric potential is generated. It means the vector in this direction is very more and rapid. Okay, and next, the myocardial fibers, the Purkinje fibers are like this, distributed like this, and here the impulses are generated in upward direction. The resultant of this vector is like this. The resultant of this vector is like this. Okay, this is, it is also rapid. Okay, it is also rapid. Okay, now we will draw these vector in a graphical representation. Next, we will see electrode placed here on the upper limb of upper arm and the left foot. Okay, this is positive. It is positive. It is connected to a machine that is known as galvanometer. Okay, it is connected to a machine. It is positive charge. Okay, it is a galvanometer here, and this needle, the deflected needle, has we are putting an ink on this needle. Let's suppose we are put a back link on this needle, and this side of the galvanometer is positive and this side of the galvanometer is negative, and let's suppose here some roll, ECG roll is there, printing roll is there. We have taken this Okay, this is rolling. Okay, this is a machine. This is a machine which is uh, moving this paper. Okay, ECG roll. Here this needle has interpreting an ECG graph on this paper. Okay, it is interpreting on this paper. Here let's suppose first there is a vector which is in the direction of positive. We already discussed that the vector facing in the positive direction means the galvanometer deflection is in the is also in the positive side. It means before there is a generation of electrical impulses from the SA node, there is a SA node, there is a resting membrane potential, that is this resting membrane potential. Sudden there is a impulses generated from SA node and goes to the AV node, and the resultant vector is in the direction of positive sign. It means the deflection in the galvanometer is positive. It means positive and comes to normal. It is positive and comes to normal. It is a P wave. It is a P wave. Okay, next after this come to normal. Next in the AV node there is electrical impulses are generated, but it is not interpreted in this ECG graph. Next there is some gap. After some gap there is a vector, this intraventricular septum. This intraventricular septum is uh, stimulated, and the resultant vector of this intraventricular septum is opposing to the positive charge. It means the deflection is in negative way. The deflection is in negative side, and which it is very rapid and comes to the normal plane. And after that there is a major ventricular membrane, and a major ventricular membrane there is a vector in the positive wave. It means the deflection is in the galvanometer is in positive, and it is very rapid and very fast. Okay, very rapid and very high. It means the deflection in the waves is very rapid and very high and more and come to the normal. Okay, after that, and there is a basal ventricular membrane opposing in the positive charge. It means the opposing in the positive charge, it means the deflection of the galvanometer needle in the negative. It means comes in the negative and goes to the normal, that is P wave, Q wave, R, S, and again it is after some time after that is T wave. Sorry, repolarization of the ventricle, this is T wave. That is T wave. Okay, again it is resting moment. T wave. This is from S to T, that is ST segment. After that, this T wave is developed by the repolarization of the ventricle. Okay, which is last depolarized. That is the first repolarization. Okay, that is repolarized the ventricle, that is T wave. Okay, this is the normal ECG graph which is formed by the two bipolar rays. Okay, one is right arm and left leg. This is all about our graphical representation of ECG wave. If any doubt is there, let me know in our comment section. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow for more.